Fantasy from the fairway. Another week, another Masters. Welcome back, by the way. Jenks, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Now, am I the only one that feels like it shouldn't be time yet for the Masters just because of it was just in November?
It doesn't feel right, but nonetheless, it's exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. But like I've caught myself a couple times like, oh, that is this week. Like it snuck up on you in a way that it shouldn't have because you knew it was coming. But at the same time,
Yes.
I don't know. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, fans from the fairway,
Yep.
Jenks Jr. and myself for the Masters 2021 edition, the second or the first time in this season, but the second in the past 5 or 6 months. I've got some things to say.
Can I say something first? Because
Yeah.
I think yours will be longer.
Mm-hmm.
My mom watches the video every week.
Mm-hmm.
And she had watched before I had watched. And she said, ooh, I don't think you're going to do well this week. And I said, Mom, what the hell are you talking about? And she said, Casey didn't like your pick. And I was like, well, goddamn.
I did not. I did not think his game fit. And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it really didn't. 34th doesn't do much for you.
When my mom was telling me I messed up, I was like, oh.
I like it. I like it a lot, though.
Maybe I should reconsider.
That is big moves. I like that a lot. I wish it would have worked out better for me. Scotty Scheffler, I don't even know how I want to offend him because there's so many ways I could. Scotty Scheffler wins this event if he could make putts within 5 feet. Is there a stat from putts within 6?
Yeah, I got you.
He missed an eagle putt inside 5 feet, which you blow. He missed a par putt inside 5 feet. You blow. His percentage of putts inside 5 feet cannot be good. So I'm aggravated about that. He ends up even. His first round, he was like 5 under. He ends up even. He almost missed the cut. I'm sure you didn't watch, but he went from 5 under or 4 under to like 2 over. He shot like a 78 or something.
I saw that. Okay, putting from 4 to 8 feet, he's 137th.
Yep.
Putting from 10 to 15, he's 164th.
Mm-hmm.
Putting from 6 feet, 145th. Putting from 4 feet, 132nd.
Yeah. Well, who's last on that list? Who misses the most short putts?
Which one? 4 feet?
4 feet, yeah.
Hold on, give me a second. He's 91% from 4 feet.
That's not good.
No.
That's disappointing. No. You're a professional.
Well, considering like, I don't know, Billy Ho from 4 feet, 51 rounds, he's 98.5.
That's a respectable number.
Chris Kirk's played 48 rounds. He hasn't missed from 4 feet.
I feel like that's what it should. It's 4 feet, dude.
All right, let me.
I mean, cheat a little bit and drag your club a little bit too far and pull the Patrick Reed. You already got 2 feet out the window.
All right, real player?
Yeah.
Jason Duffner. He makes 80% of 4-footers. Aaron Wise makes 81% of 4-footers.
It had to be Duffner.
Michael Gellerman.
No, I remember him.
He's played 23 rounds. Every 2 out of 3 4-footers he drains. That's not good.
That's pretty bad. Harold Varner III, we won't speak about him anymore. He is trash. HUD did worse than expected, but he did finish in 69th, so that's pretty nice.
Respectable.
Let's move on from Texas Open because it's trash. This stays the same, so I'm not even going to address it. I don't even think we need to address this much.
I feel like I just did this. I know it's been a while, but I feel like I just did this. We'll do it very, very quick. Everybody who watches this video knows what the Masters is, knows Augusta National, par 72, about 7,500 yards, Bermuda grass fairways, bent grass greens, and it is a beautiful Bobby Jones course like everybody knows. Yeah, let's get into it. We updated this. Just had to add Dustin Johnson, which So crazy that he shot a 20 under.
Yep, confirmed.
Incredible, just crazy. But yeah,
I don't
sadly,
think that's going to happen
Tiger
again, by the way.
will not be competing. No,
Tiger will never be competing again, but
sadly,
mm-hmm.
it does kind of suck. But yeah.
Those are the key stats.
Yep, same as last time.
Pretty straightforward.
Course didn't change. Approach, putting.
It didn't. Although it tried. They tried. Did you see all that?
I did not. I saw it. I'm sure I didn't see all of it.
We don't need to discuss it. 10K and above, we're into it. Pretty similar overall. Also, Xander Schauffele got shafted on this graphic because he's also 10K and he didn't get on it. So
when I saw yours, I was like, damn, we really did Xander like that. But yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Not put Xander on it.
Sometimes you don't make the list.
John Rahm's the interesting one for me because he originally said a couple weeks ago, "Don't bet on me at the Masters," because his wife could have been giving birth in Masters week and he was going to leave.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Which this is going to be weird for you, Kepa.
I know. I'm conflicted.
Yeah,
when I first saw it, I was like,
yeah.
But yeah, so I guess it's a good. It's a good thing that he did everything was fine with that on that side of it. But on the actual betting side of it, it's also a good thing because John Rahm could win.
Yep. No, and good for them. Congratulations to them.
Mm-hmm. What a way to win
John
it would be.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Just have a kid win the tournament. It's poetic.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So you have him at the top. I would imagine it has more to do with than becoming a father.
Yeah, for sure. Let me go to my slide really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tee to green this season, John Rahm is second. He gains 1.671 strokes. Tee to green, sixth in greens in regulation, 72.5. And we all know at Augusta, you got to hit the greens. Par 5 scoring, he's tied seventh at 4.47. And his past 3 starts at Augusta have been fourth in 2018, ninth in 2019. And then we just saw him a couple months ago finish seventh in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Just it lines up. He had a kid. He's a fantastic golfer. I love John Rahm at 11.
Agreed. Let's talk about everybody that's not Justin Thomas because I just remembered we have feature slides again.
Yeah, he's on the next one.
I forgot.
John
Rahm. We'll skip JT. We'll talk about Bryson at 10-8. Seems fair.
Yeah, incredibly.
Yeah, Dustin at 11-5. Like I get it, but it seems high.
Yes, and Dustin's past 2 finishes haven't been great. The chances of running or back to back just incredibly low. The most expensive by 500.
It seems too high. He also got yelled at by Kevin Na.
What happened?
You didn't see that?
No.
In the WGC, he thought he conceded the putt. Like he thought Kevin Na gave it to him, so he picked it up. DJ said, "You concede that putt?" You know what Kevin said?
No.
Nah.
I figured that's where you're going with him, but
yeah. But yeah, so then they got into it a little bit. But
yeah, interesting.
And then Rory, it's not meant to be, I don't think.
Bryson, I was considering putting him first here. Just because first. Just because he made the comment last time at the Masters, par 65.
Yeah.
Shit the bed.
Yeah.
Absolutely shit the bed. He's first in scoring average this year. His past 2 finishes that weren't match play were a win at Arnold Palmer, third at the Players. It's all kind of going for him right now. And I would actually be shocked if he shits again at the same course that he madly disrespected.
Agreed. I saw that he's trying out a new driver this week. I'm not really sure why. It seems interesting timing, but it is what it is.
There have been so many moves this year from this man that I've really questioned. But
yeah, it is what it is. So you got quality there. Let's flop over, man. Featured slides. Look at that. We did it. You heard about John Rahm.
Sure did.
There's not as much stats on the JT side. He won the Players. You might have heard. He's third strokes gained approach. You probably didn't hear. He's top 55 on tour in every stat that we looked at, which is pretty good. They're all like top 20, and then there's one that's 54th. And then his last 3 Masters finishes, going from recent to farther back, 4th, 12th, 17. So to me, it sounds like he gets better every year. There's not much more to go from 4th.
No.
Sure, he could finish in 3rd or 2nd, but he could finish in 1st. It's whatever.
No, I like JT. I'm with it.
I've my pick that I had pegged out to pick, I can't pick anymore because you rarely go back to back on the PGA Tour. So I had to change that.
Yes.
I wanted him to win yesterday, but at a point I was like, well, I guess he's not going to win the Masters now. But hey, we'll see. Anyway, let's roll on 9K. Take it away.
All right. Yeah. Let's just flip forward one real quick because we're gonna go over the first 2.
I don't know if I can go back.
Let's stay here. I'll skip the 2 that are on the next.
Thank you. Very good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So we have Patrick Cantlay at 9,800. He begins the 9K range. I do like him, as you'll see. Colin Morikawa is the next person in the 9K range at 9,600. He's first in strokes gained approach, which you look at it, Augusta, great. It's fantastic. He's 179th in putting, 32nd in par 5 scoring, which I mean is good. It's great, but you could have better out of a top 9K.
Sure you can.
He played here for the first time last year, or 2020, I suppose. He finished 44th. He did play the par 5s at 5 under. He did play the par 4s at 5 over. I'm just not. I think he's going to be heavily owned here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've read a lot about this. Is like he played here once. He's seen it. He's done it.
Mm-hmm.
He's good to go. I'm just kind of fading him because I think he'll be highly owned, and I don't think he'll live up to the expectations for this week. I just don't think you can succeed here when you're not putting.
I'm with that.
And he has not proven to consistently be able to do that. Next on the list, we got Jordan Spieth at 9,400. You'll see him next. You saw him last weekend. And when we do flip the sides, I'll give you a minute to say some words because you always believe them.
It's been a long time.
You should feel like a proud father right now.
Never
Never
gave up. More or less. Yeah.
I'll let you have some words. But we're
Thank
going
you.
on to Patrick Reed at 9,300.
I got words for him too. No, I'm just kidding.
Patrick Reed's the most confusing guy in the world for fantasy betting, daily fantasy sports.
Huh?
126th in greens and regulation. He makes up for it because we crowned Denny McCarthy the world's best putter. We were on.
Yeah.
It's Patrick. He's first this year in strokes gained putting.
Good news. I have somebody in my thing is the worst putter this year. I forget who it is, but literally last behind Ben On. Yeah, like worse than Ben On.
Huh.
I have it.
I look forward to
is.
getting there. He's Patrick Reed is 23rd in par 5 scoring. He plays well here. We all know that. He's the type of guy who competes when the chips are down kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Finished year 10th last year. I think I just said that. But for me right now, just like Morikawa, I think Reed, he consistently shows out in majors. I think he's going to be heavily owned. And I'm just kind of shying away from him. There's people in the 9K. I mean, I get it. If you have like 9,300, I'm with it. But if you can get up to Cantlay, I like that more. Jordan Spieth is the hottest man on the planet right now.
I'm with that.
I mean, Patrick, I'm all right with Patrick Reed, but there weren't honestly too many people in the 9K range.
I'll say right now, the 6K range is stacked.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I was looking through it. Ryan Palmer is my favorite play in the whole
$6,500.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy. So you can afford like 10K players and stuff. You can go low and go high in this, which is what I'm personally going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to 9,000, we got Webb Simpson. Webb Simpson's the Lord of consistency, 17th in greens and regulation, 13th putting, 10th par 5 scoring. He finished 10th here last year. He's first in scoring average actual. He's just a great player. He's shown he can play Augusta. Very, very consistent. If you want a guy who's going to hit the fairway, hit the green, and either 1 or 2 putt, Webb Simpson. So yeah, I'm good with him. Yeah, Patrick Cantlay. He's also kind of like a Patrick Reed. I feel like when the chips are down, he's kind of there to play.
That's facts.
Yeah, every time I like the couple weeks before a big tournament, he plays like shit, and I'm like, no chance. I'm playing Patrick Cantlay, and then he does well. 69.88% greens in regulation, which puts him at 31st. His strokes gained putting isn't that well, but he is 16th in 1-putt percentage. He often flirts too much with a 3-putt. So we're making not too many 3-putts this tournament. 17th in 2020, 9th in 2019. He can play Augusta. Out of 11 starts this year, 8 top 25s, consistency, and I think this might be Patrick Cantlay's year.
Might be.
It won't be, but it might be.
Might be.
Jordan Spieth last week won the Valero tournament, which was freaking awesome. I'll let you have your moment. I thought it was the coolest part was just him being home.
I think the most interesting part is that is fair. I think the most interesting part is it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. I think like we all understand how good he was, but I think it's hard to wrap your head around the part where they flashed up the graphic and said it was his 12th win and he hasn't won in 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really think about that, I mean, like, I know when it was happening, they were comparing him to Tiger, but like now that you look back on it, it's like, it's incredible. So I think it's one of the most interesting comeback stories because there was nothing really wrong with him. And unless that comes out in a book someday, and it might, he might've had some painkiller thing. I mean, you don't know. I mean, I find it very unlikely. But it really is incredible because there was a time there that he looked like he forgot how to hit a golf ball.
And the weirdest part was like he couldn't putt a golf ball either.
Right.
And you played sports, like he genuinely had the yips.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Chuck Knobloch couldn't throw to first base.
Right.
He genuinely had the yips.
I agree with you. Ricky Ankiel, even a little bit, like he was never hurt. He just couldn't throw the ball.
Yep.
So it is incredible. The reason that I think that you could kind of tell he was back is obviously he looked good, but on Sunday, I've never yet believed that he was going to get it done in all these these runs he's had. But early on, it just looked different. He had 11 1-putts on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, and he was having fun on Sunday.
Yeah, like, it just looked different.
It's been so long since we've seen that. Yeah.
And the key for him is hitting fairways because he never has. It's not something he does. He really hasn't done it that well recently. And even on 18, he fucking hit the video board. And then he had a chip over from the video board and he got, I mean, not lucky because he was good, but it is incredible. I'm very excited to see him win. Happy for him. And like I said, a little disappointed because I was going to pick him to win the Masters. And it's unlikely you go back to back, but hey, what a story that would be.
Yeah.
Last thing I'll say, I also thought this was kind of crazy. I knew that he had been with his girlfriend, now wife, for a while. They've been together since high school. So she's been with him the whole time. And they've been married a couple years. That was his first win. That was his first win as husband and wife. I thought that was pretty incredible.
Oh, that is pretty cool. I like that. But yeah, I mean, truly, if anybody showed us that golf is a sport of like momentum and confidence, it's been Jordan Spieth the past couple of weeks. 5 of his last 7, he's at top 10 finishes. He wins last week. And boy, did he love Augusta during his heyday. 2014 second, 2015 he won, 2016 second, 2017 11th, 2018 third, and then he fell apart. 2021 he finished 46th, but once again not the Jordan Spieth we saw 6 months ago at Augusta. He looks great in every aspect of the game right now. And I'm perfectly good with playing Jordan Spieth. The one downside will be his ownership probably will be just incredibly high. So there's going to be the people banking on him to keep rolling, and there's going to be the people who are just fading him, hoping he shits the bed.
Yeah, I mean, I have already considered playing him, but I mean, you're right. It's going to be 27 to 30%, and that's going to leave Cantlay and people like that with 9%.
That's right, and that's what I'm thinking. Jordan Spieth at 9,400 for a guy who just won 5 out of his last 7 top 10s. 9,400 is a steal. Yeah. But at the same time, like, there are the people who don't care about doubling up their money from like the 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 and want to win. They're not going to be playing them. But I would assume most people are going to be playing Jordan Spieth.
Are we rolling to the AK?
We're rolling to the AK.
Last thing, I'll put a bow on it. I think it's so important in, like we've seen this year, you have to win when you're hot. Like Harris English was so hot and it didn't look like he was going to get done, and then he did. Matt Jones, same thing. I think we all assume that Jordan's just going to be back all of a sudden. But I mean, there is a chance that he's not, and he's just hot. No. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the fact that he got it done, you have to. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, I'm saying something's obvious, but you have to take advantage of it when you're hot. And kind of Daniel Berger, same thing. He was hot. So
yeah.
Good
yeah. I mean, throughout the show, and I mean, we've noticed it a lot more like before we even started doing the show. But people do get on the rolls, and then they fade away, and like every 3 or 4 weeks, there's some other guy that you're consistently playing, and then you're never going to touch him for another 7 months, and then consistently
playing.
How about Malnati? How about Parrish? How about who else did? Austin Cook for like 3 weeks was playable.
Yes,
I haven't even looked at his name.
No,
but yeah, there's just those people. One of those people that I used to play all the time was Tyrrell Hatton. Am I going to play now? Not the Muppet. Nope. Couldn't be me. 7th in approach, but 87th in greens and regulation. 41st strokes game putting. This is shocking to me. He's 125th in par 5 scoring.
That is odd.
Yeah. He's only 2 for 4 here, 44th and 56th. So I mean,
he doesn't play well in majors. He just doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He just missed the cut at the Players when he was called a Muppet by debatably a bigger Muppet, Ian Poulter.
Yeah,
but no, Tyrrell Hatton, I'm not spending 89 on when you can spend $100 more for Webb Simpson, or honestly just go down to Sung J M. But next at 8,700, we get Victor Hovland. He's 91st strokes game putting.
I told you haven't been on. Kevin Streelman in the WGC, member. Kevin Streelman. I said he's going to beat Hovland in that group. He won.
Yeah.
Carry on.
All right. All righty. We're going to put a timestamp where to turn the volume down a little bit.
Streelman.
So people don't injure their ears. But yeah, Streelman did win. That was one of the most legendary calls I've seen.
Not bad.
But yeah, Hovland, he finished 32nd last time he played here, which was the only time he's played. He's very young, of course. His last 3 starts have been a 49th, a missed cut, and a 42nd. Ooh. I'm good. 87 is a lot for Hovland right now. Sung J M is kind of on a roll. Besides match play, his last 5 were tied 8th, tied 17th, tied 21st, tied 28th, tied 17th. And like a lot of those, they're not great. Tied 28th, tied 21st. Like you don't love it when you have them. But at the same time, that just shows you he's very, very close to putting it together. Mm-hmm. And we know Sung J can't put it together. He's 29th par 5 scoring, 31st putting, which was shocking to me. 31st, Sung J. Mm-hmm. 35th in greens and regulation. And he's only played here once, but we saw last year him and Cam Smith were both tied 2nd. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he can play Augusta. He likes it and he's ready to return. We're going down to Daniel Berger. I don't even know who I have on my featured slides or whatever. Okay, Daniel Berger is one of them, so I'll skip him. Next we have Hideki. Nope.
Okay.
Then we have Cam Smith, 77th in approach, 20th putting. He makes up for some of his errant approach shots because he's just money with the putter. Par 5 scoring, Cam Smith. Tell me where he's at.
Third.
First.
Really?
Tied with Bryson. First. Cam Smith, the Aussie, first.
Yes, sir.
Course history, he has the second and fifth place finish. He's never missed a cut here. He's 4 for 4. And his recent form, he's 11 for 12 this season with 8 top 25s.
He's a GOAT.
3 out of every 4 times he's out there, he's going to get you a top 25, 8,200. Cam Smith, second place last year, saw me up.
Facts.
The next guy on the list, Matthew Fitzpatrick, we'll get to. He's on the next page.
No, I know. I'm just confused.
And then Tommy Fleetwood.
To the next slide.
Any thoughts?
No.
Tell me this about Tommy Fleetwood. He struggled with the putter, right?
Uh-huh.
This is his last in tournaments. Strokes gained putting. He's lost. He's gained. He's lost. He's gained. He's lost. He's gained. He just lost.
So he's gaining.
He's gaining this week. Tommy Fleetwood, sign me up. Yep, Matthew Fitzpatrick, I put him on here, and then, I did my research like I always do. And I try when I have a feeling, if somebody else is shitting on somebody, I try not to let that change my mind. If I've already done the research, I'm going to stick with what, I did.
Mm-hmm.
He's high. Somebody needs to get this man a bucket of water because he's high. His last 4 have been 9th, tied 10th, tied 11th, and tied 5th. That's incredible.
That's good.
For his 8,100.
Yeah.
And that's what you're getting out of him. He's
Facts.
5 for 6 at Augusta. He doesn't have too many super high finishes.
He's also 15 years old.
No, I think he's 12.
Yeah, that's
and
not
he
a
can
good
putt.
one. That's not a good picture. He can putt.
He can putt. No, Matthew Fitzpatrick, I'm good with. He's looked good in every aspect. You were hot on him
Arnold Palmer.
I think it was one of the weeks. I think it was the concession even. I think it was, and I was like, I don't know about that. He's hot.
This is the total. So Matt Fitzpatrick, when he goes to pick up a girl, he's I'll have her home by 10. And then Daniel Berger's she calls me daddy. Do you not see that?
No, I do. I don't think Matt Fitzpatrick's been on a date.
That's facts.
I don't think he's brought a girl home.
That's facts.
Maybe he just fucking slays, though. We don't know.
We have no idea. He's rich. He's very rich.
He probably slays. Good for Matt. He's
Yeah.
drowning in it. Oh, God. My mom watches. That's horrible. All right. Daniel Berger.
Yikes.
He's 3 for 3 here. He hasn't played in a couple of years. He's also playing better than he has ever played in his career. 10 for 11 this year, 7 top 25, 17th in par 5 scoring, 20th in strokes gained putting. There's not an aspect of his game that's terrible. He's consistent. He's just a good player. And what is he, 80, 85? I mean, $167 more than the average that you get to spend on DraftKings. That's sign me up. That's a great play. I like Daniel Berger. I like Matt Fitzpatrick. I'll let you take it away, 7K.
7K, these are the boys. A lot of boys. I'm trying to remember who's on my slide. I remember now. So we'll start. Starts with Sergio and Bubba at the top, 2 former winners. Both, there's reasons to play them, but, I wouldn't. Sergio has back-to-back top 10s. They were TPC and WGC. He has missed his last 2 cuts here. He's obviously won here before. 19th greens regulation so far this year. However, 190th putting, 211th 3-putt percentage, 3rd par 5 scoring. It's literally all over the place. I bet Sergio makes the cut, but it's risky at 79. Bubba, same boat, tied 9 to the WGC. He's made 11 out of 12 career cuts here. So again, he's likely to make the cut. However, 191st putting, so literally the person after Sergio. 185th 3-putt percentage, 33rd on approach. So it's literally a crapshoot with those two. I bet they both make the cut, but I probably wouldn't expect anything bigger. Paul Casey let me down at the match play. He's not going to let me down this time. He finished in top 15 here from the years 2015 through 2018. It's recent. It's good. I guess. 17th on approach this year, 53rd greens in regulation. He's better. He's getting better at putting. Somehow he's only 108th in par 5 scoring, which seems odd. But Paul Casey, we like Paul Casey. He's hot. Before the match play, he had like 3 straight top 10s or something. He's playing well. You can roll with Paul Casey. And Paul Casey's due to win a major at some point. I don't know if it's going to be this week, but I think it's going to happen. So maybe it's this week. Adam Scott's next. He's made 11 straight cuts here. He's top 100 in all the stats we looked at. Like, he always makes the cut, so he's going to make the cut. I just wouldn't expect anything higher than like 27th is my guess, but I bet he makes the cut.
Yep.
Jason Day, it's going to be a no. He was cut the last time out here. However, before he was 9 for 9. I never really know what to do with Jason Day. He's 108th on approach this year, 98th putting, T80 first and par 5 scoring. I'm just not feeling it at 75 because you could get the boy Louis Oosthuizen at 75. We're going to come back to Louis. Neiman's next, 74. He's 0 for 1 here, but that don't matter to me. 47th on approach this year, 10th greens in regulation, 37th putting, 16th par 5 scoring. It's not hard, folks. Got to play the guy. He's amazing. Answers next, who apparently finished 13th here last year. I had no idea. 14th greens in regulation, 52nd approach, somehow 111th putting. So, and then we come to Will Zalatoris. I know what you're thinking. Why is Will Zalatoris not on the thumbs up graphic? Will Zalatoris is a bad putter, bro. He's not good. And it annoys me because it worries me here about being like a bad putter. He is 5th on approach. He is 27th greens in regulation. He's 9th par 5 scoring. If he figures out how to putt, he wins every event. I'm just saying. I don't dislike him, but I don't like him enough to put him on. If he putts, if he shows up with a putter, like a new putter or something that doesn't suck, look out. Harris is next. It's his first time playing here since 2016. I can't really give you a lot of good stuff about Harris other than he won the Serenity Tournament of Champions, Century Tournament of Champions in January. Billy Ho's next. We'll get to Billy Ho in a second as we talk about Matt Wolff, who's 0 for 1 here, 113th greens in regulation. Swings the golf club funny. I'm going to pass. Max Homa is next. I think Max Homa is playable. He's never played here, so that does worry me. 66th stroke gain approach, 32nd, 3-putt percentage, T7 in the par 5 scoring. Great Twitter account. You could. Is this? Okay, that's what I thought. Molinari's next. He's missed his last 2 cuts here. I know that very well. So do you. 173rd greens regulation, 120th putting. We move on. Victor Perez is next. Victor Perez is kind of good.
Yeah.
He's a good putter. He made his only cut ever here. He finished 9th TPC, 4th WGC.
Nice swing.
He's good. Like, he is pretty good. He's a guy that probably won't be owned that much. He's definitely playable. Like, I don't feel strongly enough to put him like on the thumbs up because I'm not sure specifically how his approach game is. Because like he doesn't have enough of a sample size in America, I think. Like, he's like 100 and something strokes gain on approach, but he's only played like 20 rounds. So I don't think that's a fair thing to
and I'm with that.
to compare him to. So I think it'd probably be all right with him. Shane Lowry, 46th greens in regulation on tour. He's a bad putter. Very bad. He did finish 25th here last year. As we come back to the featured slides. And there's Louis Oosthuizen and Shrek.
Yeah,
What's Shrek doing there, man? Cosplay is not consent, Shrek. Shrek's creeping, man.
Where did you find it?
You know what's funny? I literally typed in Louis Oosthuizen and it came up. It was like the 3rd or 4th picture.
It's like I gotta do that now. All right,
you know, his first picture, he's crying. I don't know why they did it to him like that, but he's freaking crying because I think he won the Open. And I was just like, that's scum.
Oh yeah, he's crying.
Yeah. So the first thing,
there's
it's Shrek. In there. There's Shrek. Yeah. Cosplay is not consent, Shrek. Louis Oosthuizen, we could not drive cars legally the last time he missed the cut in Augusta. I know that doesn't mean a lot to everybody watching, but we've been driving cars for like a long time. So yeah, we were freshmen, I believe, or sophomores when he last missed the cut at Augusta. In the last 7 years, he's finished in the top 25 5 times. He's third this year, strokes gained putting, 1.037. And he's got Shrek. So, Luyo. Billy Ho. There's only one way to describe Billy Ho. H-O-T, hot.
Okay.
I'm disappointed that this is going to be cut off because I specifically put on here his WGC finishes this season. I'll tell them to you. They're second and they're first.
That's good. Yeah.
Billy Ho. He's made the cut here sometimes. I wrote it down. I just
Well, I'm looking. People
3 or 4
I was
here.
not aware of this. People apparently have been big on Louis and Shrek for a while now, saying they're doppelgangers.
That is not right.
I don't see it. Well, I see it, but that's
not
just
right.
disrespectful.
That's not.
You can't do the UPS guy like that.
He's going to deliver an ass whooping right to your house if you call him Shrek.
God damn.
What can Brown do for you? Beat your ass.
Disrespect.
The 6K is next. And this is a stacked range, folks. There's no doubt about it. Corey Connors is first, who finished 10th here last year. He's a godly approach player. He's good on the par fives. And I figured out why Corey Connors is good now. You ready for this?
He can putt.
He can putt now.
Yeah, I was watching him last weekend and he was making putts. I was like,
he's 78th strokes gained putting this year. I don't have the number in front of me. Last year he was easily 150 plus.
It kept popping up Connors, putting, and he would make it. And I was wondering when there was another guy named Connors who joined the tour.
He can putt now. I don't know what happened, but good for him. Corey Connors. You got to play Corey Connors. Kokrak's next. He is a great putter. I love Kokrak. He's 18th greens in regulation. He is 0 for 1 here. I like Kokrak, but not more than Connors and Leishman, and we'll get there. But fuck, Connors was on my featured slides. Oh well, we'll come back to Connors. It's Connors. Okay, I know who the other one is. We'll come back to Connors, even though we just talked about him. LOL. Kokrak, I think playable, but I don't like him more than Connors or Leishman. I'll tell you why. Leishman, top 104 out of the 5 stats we looked at, which is surprising. He always seems to not be playing well, and then he just makes the cut at Augusta. Like last year, he was horrible, and he had a good finish. I didn't write it down, but he's 4 out of his last 4 here. Leishman, it just comes around for Leishman, I guess. I don't know. Harmon, I hate to thumbs him down, but I just think this is a really good range. Like, I think Kisner's going to be better. I think Munoz is going to be better. So nothing against Harmon. He's 108th greens. He is a good putter. And he's good on the par fives. His best finish here is 44th in 2018. So he is playing well, but I just don't like him better than these other people. Kuchar. He is 10 for 11 here. That's pretty dope. He's outside the top 100 4 out of the last 4 of the 5 stats we looked at. He's been playing well, so Kuchar probably makes the cut, but I think it's like a DFL after you make the cut type thing. Poulter's next. Outside top 104 out of 5. He is 6 out of his last 6 here, though. So do what you will. He's not winning. Promise you. Gary Woodland is looking a lot better. He's still thumbs down. You got to do more than that, son. He's 1 for 5 here. That was part of the problem.
I have no.
And the only year he made the cut here was the year he won the U.S. Open. So, like, when he was playing. Boonhout is next. Bad approach. Good putter. 1 for 1 here. I don't care what you do with Budenhout. Kisner's next. He's the one you really want to talk to. 4 out of 5 here. 89th on approach. 88th greens in regulation. Finally something that makes sense. 31st putting. 12th 3-putt percentage or whatever that stat is that we're looking at. That you don't 3-putt a lot. He's good at not 3-putting. Kisner, playable. Fratelli's next. His stats suck. Fratelli's stats are horrible. But get this. 9th at the WGC. 22nd TPC. 5th at the Masters last year. He's only coming to play when the checks are fat, folks. The check is fat this week. You could consider Fratelli.
Fratelli's out here literally commenting on everything on Twitter and Instagram.
At some point, I'm going to have to try.
My dude said when he's done golfing, he got the Twitter fingers.
He has a lot of free time if it's not a major WGC because like every other event, he just misses a cut.
Yep.
But, he knows where the fat checks are. Siwoo's next, 3 out of 4 here. Top 100, 4 out of 5. You never know what to do with Siwoo, but you could, or you don't have to. Munoz is next. He's coming around. Bad putter, good approach player. 19th here last year. He's playing better. Seabass. Roll with him. Phillips next. Philip Alfred Mickelson. He's not on the thumbs down.
You talking about Michelson?
Michelson.
God
The guy that made it 10.
damn. Oh.
Yeah. He's made 25 out of 28 cuts here. So I think the odds are in your favor. But you are an idiot if you play him.
Yep.
Like facts. Danny Willett's next. It's going to be a no. And this is where we come to the worst putter on the PGA Tour this statistical season. The longest season ever in the history of the PGA Tour. So whoever finishes last putting this year, you suck. And that's Cameron Champ right now.
Nice.
Cameron Champ,
Yeah.
worst putter on the tour, DFL, behind Ben On.
Good thing he can hit it for.
Good thing. Don't even consider Cameron Champ in a million years. Carlos Ortiz was hot. He's never played here, though. 45th greens in regulation, 63rd putting, 13th 3-putt avoidance, I guess. And T10 par 5 scoring. Ortiz, playable. We'll skip Palmer. We'll say no to McIntyre, and we'll point your attention to the bottom of the thumbs down graphic.
I see him.
Kevin? Nah.
I like that.
Let's go to the featured slides real quick. We talked about Connors. You see it. Whatever.
When I told you that I like Palmer like the best out of any player in the field right now, I didn't even know he's on your thing.
Oh, yeah. We like Palmer. Damn, I wish I knew what it said there. Let's just move the box. I don't think the box actually moves. So I'll just read it to you. 3 straight 17th finishes on tour this year. He's finished 17th 3 straight times. Think about
That's
that.
weird.
That's weird,
Yeah, that's
right?
really weird.
Yeah. So far in 2021, he's 16th greens regulation, 70%. That's a big number. Not a lot of guys hit 70%. 4.45 is his average strokes on the par 5s. That's good for 5th best. 33rd here in 2015. That was the last time he played here. I promise you he finishes better than 33rd this year. I'd almost bet the mortgage on it.
Yeah, he's been playing for like 20 years and has never lost his card, which is really impressive for a guy that like
Never
isn't
wins.
a huge name.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just hanging around.
Just
so that's that.
VJ singing. Just hanging out.
Just hanging out. The 6'4" to 6'0" graphic. Quickly. Wallace is hot.
The choke artist, yeah.
Pan was a heater for us last time around at the Masters. He finished 7th last year. Wallace on tour this year. It's a small sample size, but he's 4th approach, 12th par 5, 47th putting. He's 1 for 2 here. Pan 61st approach, 100th putting. 7th. Hank Stenson.
Am I looking at that right?
Hank.
We're
calling him Hank now.
I can't wait to get there.
We're almost there, but first we got to talk about Matt Jones. His first start here since 2014, and boy, he earned it winning the Honda Classic. He's top 100 in all the stats, including 26th in putting, T33 in par 5. Watch out for Matt Jones. I'm just going to tell you straight up. Watch out for Matt Jones. And if he misses the cut, I never said it. I was going to pull some audio to play for you last week. I know. Did you watch? You probably didn't watch. As I was making my pick, I started typing Tringale and I changed my mind to Scheffler.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I suck. Hank is next. It's not Spanking Hank and Laboda. It's just Hank Stenson. He's 10 out of 15 here on made cuts.
Yeah.
He finished 5th in 2018. And that's it. That's all we've got on Hank. He hasn't made the cut since 2020.
Yeah, but is he the only 6,200 guy? No, there's others. Okay.
They suck, though. They're bad.
You're taking Hank over Todd? I'm with
Todd's horrible. Todd's stats are so bad. He also missed the cut last time.
Wait, how is Henrik Stenson 40th? He's ranked 40th in the world right now.
I don't know. He has not made. He's made 3 cuts all year, or maybe 2.
This
It's
system's
bad.
horrible.
It is. The 61-year-old Bernhard Longer is next.
Mm-hmm.
He finished 29th last year. He's made 4 out of his last 5 cuts at the Masters, and keep in mind he plays every year. So since he turned 56, he's only missed the cut once, is what I'm getting at. This man is old, and this man is golfing. The $6,000 range is craptastic. There's like one active player in the 6,000 range. It's a bunch of old winners, and I forget who it was, and he was too bad to put on.
The 6,000 range.
Yeah,
We got
I think
Olazabal. We got Jim Herman,
Herman. That was it.
Streb, Mize.
Oh, Streb. I looked up Streb. I couldn't do it.
Immelman's playing. I forget.
He's not. He. I don't think he is.
Oh, he's out.
Man, I would be fine with Immelman.
Same.
So that's that. And now we come here. Those are the updated standings. My people consistently suck.
Same.
And here we are. It's a big week. I'll let you do the honors. I'll let you make a selection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go Bryson. The man who got you 0. So as long as I get 6, 4, 3 out of him, he's doing his job.
Yeah. I like I said, I was gonna pick Jordan. That was the plan the whole time. I can't because I just don't see him winning back to back. It'd be incredible, but I just don't see it. I wrote an article once about picking Xander Schauffele to win the Masters. I can't do that.
You could.
I'm not. I can't pick Ricky Fowler. He didn't qualify. Let me ask you this real quick. Is Ricky Fowler the most overrated golfer of all time?
Overrated?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back in the day, he was really good.
Was he, though?
I mean, he would win. He was fun to. I don't even think people liked him because he was an incredibly good golfer. I think he was just he was a personality that golf needed.
Right. But the recognition that he gets, he might be the most overrated golfer of all time. He got lucky and won the Players because every other time he gets cut, he doesn't have any other good finishes at the Players, and that's all he's done.
But he had the years when he was the best putter on tour. He was like 3rd in strokes gained total.
What did that get Denny McCarthy? Ass.
Well, yeah, but Ricky would win it occasionally.
I don't know. I think it's an argument to be had. You picked Bryson. That is cool. I will just go ahead and pick JT.
I was going to pick Rahm, but I already picked Rahm.
Same.
So
yeah, we'll go JT to win. Top 25 under 8K. What do you got for me?
I'll let you go first because I don't want to take whoever you're taking.
Give me Oosthuizen.
Cool. Perfect.
You wanted Palmer, right?
No.
Really?
Do you want Palmer? No, I'm going to take
I'll ride with Shrek.
All right. Yeah, give me Paul Casey.
Yes, sir.
Shrek.
So to recap, DeChambeau and Casey for you. I've got JT and Shrek, which in theory would be a back-to-back win because he hasn't played since he won. JT. Or no, He played WGC. Mm-hmm. Never mind. I'm good. Forgot about that.
Yeah. It should be all right.
Yeah. I fully believe anybody on this board that we have right now could win.
People are going to be very, very confused if they just came to see the picks.
Shrek. Yeah.
Shrek.
You can't just skip through these. You got to listen.
Nah.
I guess that will do it for the 2021 Masters video. Best of luck to the people. I got to tell you, I got a 3 TTM mail day the other day.
Ooh.
Pat Neshek,
Okay.
Mike Matheny.
People even with Corona, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
Huh.
And Cameron Brate.
Cam Brate sign in the mail.
Mm-hmm. So,
Did you send the picture when he caught the trophy?
nah, I sent this card.
I'm with it. Where
I
did you
bought
home or stadium?
his house.
Yeah, okay. That's what I figured.
Yeah. But anyway, that's enough of that. I actually have a TTM coming back from one Steve Stricker. Maybe we'll show that next week.
Okay. How do you know it's coming back?
I have tracking on it. It's a photo.
Oh,
Printed it for whenever, and it obviously never got signed.
good for old Strick.
Anyway,
Is he living in Wisconsin?
yes.
Hmm.
That will do it. Fantasy from the Fairway for the Masters. Any final words for the people?
No, it's good to be back and good luck.
Appreciate the support. Like, comment, subscribe, do the things. We'll talk to you next week